Hello guys, welcome back to our academic session. In the previous class we discussed a few lines in the poem of Rabindranath Tagore, that is where the mind is without fear. In the last discussion we had a clear idea on the first four lines. What is the point of view of the poet? Poet's point of view about why the head is held high, where the knowledge is free. That is related to the concept of his education. And later he discussed on broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. We discussed these four lines in the previous class. Now coming to the part of the rest of the part of the poem, that is the fifth line to 11. In our poem we have only 11 lines. So now let us discuss the particular one. Before going to start our fifth line, just we have to have a little recall on the previous lines. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where the knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments, and where the words come out from the depth of truth. So now in today's discussion, we have the fifth line and the sixth line. So in the first and second line, what is his intention? What is the poet's point of view? Here he referred. Simply he says, India was under the British rule and people were eagerly waiting to get the freedom from the British rule. So the poem is written in the form of a prayer to the god that was clearly uh, known to us. And now in the first line, what he is urging, simply use the word, he has chosen the phrase that is without the fear the head is held high. It means here what he is praying to the Almighty is that his countrymen should be free from the fear of the oppression or forced compulsion. And also here he wishes that everyone in his country has his head held high in dignity and honor. Finally, in sum up in the first line, according to him, according to the Rabindranath Tagore, according to him, in a truly free country, every person should be fearless and should have a sense of self dignity. So in the next line, where knowledge is free refers to here. And as per the poet's point of view, what is his intention, what is his concept about the educational sense? Without the fear, the poet is going to dream in different angle. In it, his dream is quite close to the concept of the education. So the poet dreams of a nation where knowledge would be free, education should not be restricted to the upper class only, but everybody should be allowed to acquire knowledge. That is his intention in the poem. That too, that is the second line. And another point what he is going to say, not only that one about education should not be restricted to some extent, like that what he is going to say, not only that the children should learn freely from the nature and the world around them. They should not be forced to memorize some predetermined lessons. And this is Tagore's typical concept of education in the first line, second line, and third, fourth. So in one, two, three, four lines, what is his concept? He would like to get the freedom not only to the particular country or to our country, whole world has to show that interest. Second one, education should not be under the restrictions; it must be free. And here, what he is particularly chosen, children should be allowed to learn everything, anything from nature and around them, and they should not be restricted to learn from the predetermined lessons. In such a way, he focused on the concept of the education also. So in the third line and fourth line, what is there? Where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. You see here, and the next lines, 3 and 4 lines, the third line and fourth line indicates the poet emphasizes the unity of not only of his countrymen but also of the entire world. He thinks there should be no division among people based on their caste, creed, color, religion, or other baseless superstitions. Finally, or in the words of the poet, prejudice and superstition should not divide the people in groups and break their unity. So, in the sum of what he is going to say in the third line and the fourth line, so superstition should not divide the people in groups and break their unity. Finally, what he is saying, if we are in showing unity, so everything is possible. We can achieve in easy way. That is his motto. So coming to the next line here, where the words come out from the depth of truth. Fifth line and sixth line here, the concept is going to be continued. What he has intention. In fifth line, what is going to say? He wants the nation where the people are truthful. They should not be the superficial, and words should come out from the depth of their hearts. So finally, what is his intention? He wants the nation where people are truthful. Always they have to show their perfection, truth, and honesty. They should not be superficial, and words should come out from the depth of their hearts, not on the lip service. So his intention, whatever their discussions, whatever they want to contribute, whatever they are going to share, whatever the strength they want to show, that should come from the depth of their hearts. So that is Tagore's intention in fifth and sixth line. So here I would like to. So in the next session we can see the further continuation.